Hey there, welcome to How to Ace Photography. This is Joanne again. Today we're going to talk about what some people refer to as bad light. This may be light that's too bright, like trying to take a portrait of someone in the midday sun, or when we don't have enough light, let's say at night outdoors. The harsh midday sun would cause portraits and landscapes to have very dark shadowy areas and blown out areas. We can either wait for the sun to go behind a cloud, or we can choose a better time of day to take our pictures, or just deal with the sun that we have. In the case of a portrait, you can look for shade, but when you do that, experiment a bit. I like to find a place where my subject is slightly lighter than the background. That makes them pop in the picture a bit. But you experiment with what you've got and see what it is that you like best. Another thing that you can do when the light is really harsh is turn on your flash. What it does is open up the shadows a bit so that eyes that appear dark because they're in the shadow actually brighten up a bit and get that sparkle that the flash or the catch light from the flash creates. I actually love pictures of the sea when the sun is bright, especially the parts of the sea where it's quite shallow. What happens is the light comes through the water and creates a pattern on the sand, and that pattern is made up of the dark areas from the wave and the light areas where the sun is actually getting through brighter, and it's quite pretty. When you're going around the place, look to see what kind of patterns and stuff that the light creates that you actually like. Sometimes you can look at a building and see that the shadows create quite a nice pattern on that building that you won't get if you only go looking for pictures when the light is what some people refer to as perfect. Shadows can add drama to a scene. So don't stay home and say, oh, the light is too bright, I'm not going out taking pictures. Look to see what you can find. A face is definitely more beautiful without those harsh shadows. A face looks nicer when the shadows are very, very light, the direction is right, there's just enough shadow to give the face shape. But shadows can also say, this is an absolutely beautiful Caribbean day. Use the shadows and use the light to your advantage and see what you can get. Another time that people say that the light is bad is when there's just too little light. But with the cameras that we have today, with the very high ISOs and the great megapixels, we can get some great pictures even when we don't have a lot of light. A tripod is one of my favorite camera accessories. With the tripod, I can keep my camera steady so that I can get those pictures where the light is very, very low. Another thing that the tripod helps you to do is use a timer on your camera. Even if you have your camera on a tripod, when you squeeze the shutter button, you find that it shakes the camera a bit. But if you set your camera on your tripod and you use the self timer, you can set it to 1 second, 2 seconds, even 20 seconds if you want to, so that you can have your camera steady for the whole shot. Another thing that's great at night are the buildings. The buildings that are lit with all the different colored lights, especially towns and even some people's homes. A great time, or I find the best time to get those kind of lights, are holiday lights. People put so much into their holiday lights that they're definitely worth capturing. Christmas trees or holiday scenes are really nice. Another thing that you can do when you don't have enough light is add light or artificial light, and that's what we're going to go to in the next lesson. See you then. Bye.